What's going on? There we go. What's going on, Pokemon League Championship fans? It is Mura, your CEO and host, as usual, coming to bring you Week 12 of the Pokemon League Championship Season 5. This is the week before the last week, so the last 2 weeks here before the playoffs start. I have with me a few of my fellow commentators, starting off with Jay.
Yo.
It's good to have you, buddy. We got Dan with us again. What's up, Dan?
Hello.
We got Zach with us. He's having a little bit of technical difficulties. We're trying to figure that out. Yo, so alright. So we got everybody. This week, don't touch your face, guys. This week, we have a bunch of really cool matches. I mean, this season in general has been one of the, in terms of like competitive stances, one of the strongest seasons in general. Like every score is so razor thin close to each other that it makes it really hard to stay in one spot, or that we're actually having a fight for the last spot still in playoffs, which is crazy. Anyway, so the first match we're going to kick off into, we kind of made you guys wait about 15 minutes. Sorry about that. I'm not going to give too much background on that because we wasted a bunch of your time, but we're just going to get through Dan's match real quick and kick it off into the replays because we have 5. So Dan, you'll take your team. I'll just go ahead and hit up Stevens. Stevens bringing this choice scarfed Q-Rem, I believe was what he ended up bringing. He has Alcremie to bust off Decorate and some other supporting moves. I think that's Guts Machamp. Turtonator, still, I've never been able to use Turtonator well, and I mean, honestly, I never gave it a real shot, but at the same time, like, Turtonator's just, like, so niche, I don't even know how to get it to work, but he brought that. Drampa, which we know hits super hard with special attack, and his Oranguru. So, actually, super weak team to fighting. Like, if he takes a couple punches, he's going down. Dan, what were you thinking going into this match?
I was thinking he wasn't bringing half of this shit. To be honest with you. Trick Room versus me is kind of trash unless you have something really clutch on the back end, like a Dust Box or something. And the thing with Stephen B's team is the only thing he has that Trick Room is a Rangaroo. So like once you get rid of that, Trick Room just kind of dies. So I was actually more prepared for things like Gengar and that he was bringing Obstagoon along with the Machamp, so like you could have one doing Guts Boost and like one doing something else, who knows. So I kind of
did he bring Trick Room?
He did. He brought like half Trick Room and half not. That Alchemy is actually Choice Guts, and the Kyurem, discard Kyurem, and then other Guts Machamp. I'm gonna tell you straight up, I have no idea what the items or anything were the other three.
Oh,
but
well.
I was more prepared for like Obstagoon and Gengar, so I kind of had my team tailored around that. So we have Bisharp with Dark Glasses to get some extra heavy sucker punches and knockoffs. Make sure to do the huge hit.
Interesting.
And it's got Iron Head for both Kyurem and Alcremie. We have Keldeo, who first time I brought him, he wasn't really doing much, but now Steven, like he's been pretty stable. He's been pretty good.
You're starting to learn how to use him.
I really like him. He's pretty fast, and with Dynamax, he's actually pretty bulky.
There's a couple Pokemon like that on my team that like I didn't really understand how to use at first, and now that I'm getting used to him, I'm like, I love this Pokemon.
Yeah, he's actually been pretty nice on my team. First time bringing in a Selgor since I picked it up. It's got a really nice support set. It's faster than Dragon Ball, too, which is a little trippy. I'm just so used to Dragon Ball being the fastest thing on my team. He has stuff like Knockoff, Final Gambit, the usual support stuff. I brought Acid Spray with this just to make sure that any of my special attackers are going to one-shot whatever I hit.
Acid Spray is a real dick move from that guy.
Acid Spray is pretty nice. It was really clutch in testing. And then we have Bolton. I'm not going to talk about Bolton. And we have Clefairy. Clefairy, I was doing a cute little idea with Dragon Ball with Dracomedia Eject Pack. Do like a huge hit, and then Dracomedia turns to U-turn, switch out to Clefairy, because most of the time he's going to hit Dragapult with like Dragon or Ice moves, so Kokiri can tank that up and then start following me supporting.
Okay. So we'll switch right into the results, so not to belabor the point and make those suffer who would suffer from the results. Bloop. These are results. I'll give you guys a second to catch up. And yeah, so Stephen B takes a 4-0 on Dan. Obviously, when you prep for very specific things or you're not prepared, you know, never underestimate your opponent. But we're not gonna beat a dead horse. So yeah. I'll let you slide on this one, Dan.
Mrs. Draco Meteor, which would have been a guaranteed kill for at least a 3-0 loss. I wasn't expecting the Choice Scarf Kieran, but it wasn't really a problem. I one-shot with that spray in max fighting. And I was more confident in Kelio's Bolt because I was like, it's just going to live because it's max, even with a Dazzler's Leap. And I was at 14 HP. I was like, what? So it just kind of went downhill from there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, it happens to the best of us.
Just don't underestimate anyone, even if the team don't look good. That's
exactly.
That time.
Exactly. I mean, even if the player has been doing badly, don't underestimate them.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so that brings us to the first match of the week, which is Zach versus Reese. We're not going to waste a shit ton of time on Reese's team because he's basically been... I mean, he's got a pretty predictable team in general as far as composition goes, and he has been bringing a lot of the same stuff as well. But I mean, his team doesn't have like a lot of flexibility already. So this year, for whatever reason, he hasn't been able to build like as strong a core as in past seasons. Not saying that he can't do better with that, but his team is you see his team and you're like, you know what's gonna happen. So he's bringing Crawdaunt. He has Chlorophyll, Vileplume. He's got the Tortoise that we're all familiar with to set the sun. His Scrafty, his old big pants boy. Helioist, Solar Power probably to take advantage of the sun and just dish out massive amounts of damage with Hyper Voice and Discharge and things like that. And then his Whimsicott to set up the Tailwind and do Prankster shenanigans. I mean, that's pretty straightforward. Zach, can you hear us? Are you there, Zach? You might have to, if you fixed the thing that I just told you to fix on your computer, you might have to go into your computer, into Discord's voice and video settings and alter that as well, or restart Discord. But are you here to talk about your team?
I'm going to take that as a no.
Okay. Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead, Zach.
Go ahead, Zach.
He said give him 1 second. I think we're figuring this out. Yeah, it's a little stressful. Sorry about the technical difficulties, guys. We just had Zach's mic have some issues, and we didn't troubleshoot it. I actually had some mic issues myself. I lost my Y splitter for my headset, so I had to go back to my studio microphone. Is it sounding all right?
Yeah, it sounds fine.
Oh, nice. I altered some things on that, so hopefully it works better in general. Anyway, while we wait for Zach...
I'm here. I'm just waiting for you to finish.
Oh, alright, we'll talk about your team.
Alright, so going into this week, Ian can tell you, I was pretty stressed out like all weekend long about how to beat this team because it was doing pretty well versus me, versus pretty much any team I brought. So I kind of just went down the chopping block and just was like, this is good, this is not, this is all right, this is definitely good, and then just kind of like went at it like that. So I submitted on this team. Vanellix is here. This is actually the last addition to my team. I brought it because I'm like, one, it can change the weather, and two, it's just something that can punish Vileplume, which can otherwise put some serious dents into what I'm trying to do. Snorlax here. Honestly, I brought this not necessarily because it's super powerful, but because he doesn't really have a lot of things that check it besides Scrafty. So, like, it can do its job and just put some serious power on the board.
Oh,
Kinkelder kind of here for the same reason too. It's super bulky, super annoying, and can put some serious dents to Crawdaunt and Scrafty. Wheezing here, this is the linchpin of my strategy. Neutralizing gas to kind of like shut down his weather, shut down his all of his abilities that just make his Pokemon really threatening. Really solid Mon. The air balloon was really clutch because he would basically be forced to hit it with something else before he could hit it with like an earthquake or something. So like it was at least surviving a couple turns.
Nice.
Inteleon here to dish out the damage, and last but not least, Savali. I went with Fairy type because ultimately with Wheezing, I wouldn't have to fear Vileplume outspeeding it. And I mean, honestly, it just hits a lot of things across the board for like hella damage with its coverage. So, yeah.
Awesome.
That's it.
Well, with that in mind, and seeing as this is Zach's match and he'll probably have the most to say about it, I vote that we allow Zach to just commentate this whole thing. We'll stay silent in the background if you're up for that, Zach.
Y'all don't have to. It's just, I'll be courteous to y'all, That's it.
All right, well, just make sure we're on that push to talk right. And, I mean, if you have just regular headphones, that might work with your phone, but we'll figure that out later as we go. Let's kick this off, guys. Is everybody ready?
Here.
Enthusiasm. 1, 2, 3, go! We're off. He started the timer, thankfully, at like 30 seconds, which is a smart move. And it just kind of goes right into it after this. But it's definitely waiting out the clock there on Maurice to the last 15 seconds to pick his Pokemon.
I think it's because he saw that Wheezing. He's like, shit, I don't know what to do right now.
Yeah, Wheezing is pretty fucking annoying.
Yeah, the shame TJ had 2 of them for like 5 or 6 weeks and just wouldn't move any of them.
Dude, and he got them for trade bait, and I was like, if you got it for trade bait, like, trade it.
And trade it. Instead of just like, this is a cool offer, but no. Because I really wanted at least one of those Wheezing, but I ain't gonna try and minus for it.
Well, I'll tell you, I tried to get him to trade some people earlier today. I was like, you might as well trade some people, Cause
He's like, no.
He was like, I want to see him fight over it.
Like, that's the worst idea. Bruh. So we're leading with Scrafty Crawdon, which is smart on Maurice, because he doesn't want to lead his Sunsetter just to get stopped by Wheezing here.
Exactly.
And
adaptability does go ahead and get shut down, though.
It does get shut down, but even without it, Crawdon still hits really hard, and Scrafty's there for Fake Out. He goes for Fake Out on the Silvally, expecting the Weezing to go Protect, but he actually does a right call and does Will-O-Wisp, which really uses his Crawdon now. It lost its attack boost and with adaptability, and now its attack's cut with Will-O-Wisp.
But
so
he busted out with a Swords Dance.
Swords Dance is pretty clutch, but you're still definitely not where you want to be right now.
Oh, no, definitely. And I think that was, I think, part of his strategy to counter the Wheezing is, I'm going to go in with Crawdon. I'm going to go in with Crawdon and just, like, power up, and he can't stop me. But the Will-O-Wisp goes off, and it just kind of fucks the whole shebang up.
Messes it up, and then you also got to, even if you try and set up again, you got to worry about potential Silvally type.
Mm-hmm.
So Crawdon's going out for a double switch up. He's basically just saying, I don't care about this sun being up. I'm just going to get this stuff set up.
Maybe he was thinking the Weezing would switch. What were you saying, Jay? I'm sorry.
Is this better?
Yeah, that's way better.
This is the original headset I used to use back when y'all were like bragging on me for it.
It does like, not sound amazing, but also at the same time it's way better than hearing ourselves.
It sounds like you're talking from the staircase, but it's okay.
It's better than it was. That's the problem.
Damn, I don't want to be like Dan though.
Oh, it's
so
Dan's actually sounded kind of clean this week. So, what were you feeling going into this moment right here, Zach?
So, like, I see this switch in, and I'm like, okay.
Sounds like a caller on a radio show.
Looking at Torkoal Vileplume, but I'm like, at the worst, I know I outspeed Vileplume. I don't have to be afraid of a Sludge Bomb. and this Torkoal is at full health, so Eruption's gonna hurt. I'm actually expecting like some like after you bullshit Eruption, like something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah.
We actually tested a little bit of this. I was super drunk when we first tested it, but like I even so I was like running your teams, and the wheezing was like having the wheezing at the right point was the important. Wow, he goes for the Dynamax
because he wants to sunset up.
And this was something that we never really tested for, like actually demaxing Turtle and just saying fuck it.
I think I did that one game. Like at I led the first game, like one game with it. I led it in the beginning, but
right, it wasn't too good.
Yeah. So you get the parting shot off, which is clutch, but also he's gonna set that sun. He is slower though, so no matter what, wheezing is gonna bust off. If he was paying attention, your wheezing has that air balloon, so hopefully he's not trying to max ground it. Notorious B.I.G. So that with max investment, max IVs, and that choice band, that fucking Pokemon is sporting a whopping 519 attack points. 517.
I think it's 525.
525.
525.
Yeah, Sludge Bomb. Fuck it, Sludge Bomb. Get a poison maybe.
Now, if only this worked how gasoline or like Wheezing's gas does work, it just caused it to explode out of nowhere. Probably would have been a one shot.
So
the thing is that I kind of feel like I get why he went for the max flare, but he still can't take advantage of chlorophyll as long as it's
right.
But now that the balloon is broken, he has the ability to use ground on it, and that's probably he's hoping to like force him to switch out to survive, or obviously do what he's going to do here, which is protect, or not.
I think he was.
You're not going.
Hell yeah, Zach!
Zach just fucking balls to the wall. Yeah. Fuck it, man.
Hit that Valpoon with the sun up.
Nah. Yeah. Can't afford it. Can't afford it. Let's waste the max.
I was like, I wasn't even thinking about max ground. I was just like, let me at least weaken his Torkoal first, then I'll attack.
I respect it.
Last thing you want to do is let this Wheezing die, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh wait, drought activated. Oh,
now,
Lord.
He did hit.
Wait,
He did hit that Torkoal with the parting shot, so even with the Sunders, it's weaker.
Mm-hmm.
And Notorious B.I.G. just eats it, hits it with a high horsepower in that choice band. Oof. Damn, the turtle still lives. Busts a Mac Quake off.
For like no damage because of that protect.
I was like debating on like maxing. I was considering just maxing the Snorlax there, but I was just like, I mean, honestly, like I don't want to lose my choice band boost, and
you're in a pretty good position.
Yeah, I was like, why try to bulk up my Snorlax when he still got Scrappy out
So
there?
now you're faced with the tough choice of, do I switch out my Pokemon, or do I go ahead and Flamethrower under Sun this Vileplume? Because will high horsepower kill Torkoal?
I was banking on it.
I think Torkoal might have lived with like a little bit of HP left, maybe at like 16 or something like that.
It was worth the risk to him.
It was worth the risk, yeah.
So he goes for it, and he's going to go, man. Just put pedal to the metal.
Pedal to the pedal.
Sorry that we're not doing any live giveaways this week. One of our players, TJ, borrowed my capture card and forgot to bring it back today.
Wow, TJ.
How's it feeling from under the bus there, Teach?
Doesn't trade Pokemon and steals your stuff.
Okay, then
I'm a fan of letting him have everything sync with the ship. That's fine.
I thought there would be a little bit more of people. We're not going to talk about
that. So Giga Gen going to come out and get a nice little hit in for the Snorlax. Switch it out for Scrappy for an Intimidate drop, so it doesn't take too much from the Snorlax.
Wait. He switched out on last turn of Max?
Yeah, he switched out.
Yeah, that was... I don't get... Yeah.
Well, I mean...
I'm like, is there a way to defend that? Because I'm like, he can't Intimidate because the Weezing's still out here.
He was probably...
It would have been worth a shot.
Yeah, he was probably expecting like a double target with the Torkoal, but I feel like the Torkoal hasn't had Protect or something on it to max guard.
I mean, let's be honest, a lesser player would have pulled Weezing out.
Yeah.
I didn't give a fuck.
This Weezing's just kind of like, you're sitting here until you die, brother.
I took that game.
And it's like, if he Max Quake, then he probably he would have got the boost from special defense. He would have been.
Yeah,
He's in a better spot than he is now. It's like now he has no Dynamax, and Zach is just chilling.
And now he's moving out the Vileplume, who was still putting in work, although it was at risk for the flamethrower. But still, like,
I guess you didn't want to lose it that early.
We'll see here. This is smart because this Helios is more than likely solar power, but never mind. I'm thinking about dry skin. My bad.
Took a fat smack. The fairy type eats the close combat, and that little Scrafty's not doing too hot.
I'm surprised he didn't go for another fake out, but I understand you kind of want to do some hits.
I think he wanted to just take out the Snorlax right then.
That's true.
The Snorlax is a problem.
Snorlax is a problem, but I kind of feel like Helios might have got like a really nice hit in.
So now Helios is mostly dead, or not mostly, but he's almost there. He's almost about half. He also will take damage in Sun if he has solar power on, and I think he probably has Life Orb. So like he's already gonna hit himself hard just for existing. It's not a great position. And
if the Weezing leaves, because
because the solar power is canceled.
The Weezing is still out, and Arisa's whole team is on lockdown pretty much. They honestly they can't.
Like that's literally what this Weezing's doing. It's just like, yo, I'm Jinzo. What's up?
Yeah, you can't do shit. That does suck, and that's actually how TJ almost beat him the first time. Was just Weezing shut his whole team down.
You just got Weezing's job is just to sit here and exist. It don't need to do damage or anything. It'd be nice if it did, but as long as it's just polluting the air, that's all you need to do.
It did enough damage to that Vileplume, honestly.
Yeah, and that Vileplume, yeah.
Yeah, and Torkoal took a shit ton from the
let's not forget crippling the Crawdon too.
Yeah. Basically.
Go
ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying, I love how like Savali won't have its ability negated, so I can just kind of use my ability, but you can't.
Yeah, it's like Savali's ability, Aegislash's ability. There's a few that just can't be negated by its effect.
Jay, you still wanna do that?
Why don't you guys keep your shit to yourselves after today's?
I'm just saying.
You can't make it to the final week of the Pokemon League Championship season
you're
without
about
drama.
I'm about it.
Alright, so he is in a pretty bad position, although both of his Pokemon are still able to eat a hit. Probably no, the Scrafty is not taking a hit from the Conkeldurr, but
and he just leaves it in.
He said, "Fuck it."
Yeah, and that was after close combat too, so it definitely.
Maybe he was thinking you would protect to get your guts off first.
Yeah.
All these calls just going against his support. Unfortunately, now Vileplume's almost dead. Even if it were to take advantage of the Sun, it's in a bad position, and he's out of Dynamax, and Zach hasn't maxed yet.
I'm just waiting for this Weezing to get Dynamax for no real reason.
Whimsicott's Prankster shut down.
Mm-hmm. And looks like your times 4 weak to a Sludge Bomb, my good man.
Yeah, and Weezing can pretty much eat a hit from either of these Pokemon without an issue.
I'm pretty sure Weezing can actually tank both hits, because Vileplume doesn't really have any neutral hits or anything.
This surprised me.
He switches up for Vileplume, and he goes for Torkoal.
Who the fuck? What? Okay.
Oh!
Finally, he shuts down the Weezing.
One of the few times where Worry Seed is actually like a good move to come off and play.
Worry Seed's pretty good actually in general. You can shut down a lot of stuff. Guts goes away with it. You know what I mean?
But yeah, so now
Woo!
this situation. I was like, why didn't he do this earlier?
Why did I do it beforehand?
The
Like,
ice punch
this
does almost nothing at Torko. Yeah, he did have the out, I guess, in the back the whole time.
Like, he literally had the out had he switched into that, like, turn 2, I think. When
If he would have
switched in
led,
Valve.
if he would have led that would have been nice too.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean. Like, when he originally switched into Vileplume, Torkoal, and wasted a Dynamax, he could have just did that.
Alright, so
Some things you can't tell when you're under pressure.
No, that's fair. That's super fair. I've definitely made L's because I was under pressure.
do we hit
And now
the Mach punch?
my Weezing's negated, and I'm like, wait, why am I using this right now?
Yeah, bring it, take it away. That's what the weather wars.
I'm like, it's literally no purpose here. So the hail will kill off Whimsicott anyway if it stayed.
Yeah. So he switches out for Crawdon, expecting a Mach Punch coming in on it.
Why would he want to take a Mach punch with the Crawdon?
It's burnt, man. It's burnt, and that Weezing's still alive. He can just switch out and be like, yeah, your attack's at like 2.
Might as well have it die, but no, he goes for the Drain Punch on the Torkoal. There is no setting weather for him anymore. The chlorophyll is effectively done. And at any time you can have hail to knock out the Whimsicott. I mean...
Yeah.
Adaptability is in play, but you can just switch Weezing back in now.
Like, he doesn't even need to switch it in, because I'm pretty sure that Crawdon's going to go down to a punch.
Yeah, exactly.
But we're going to Dream Punch it instead.
And just get a free Blizzard off. Why not? Why are we prolonging this? Boom, and you're actually outspeed both of them. Fuck. Now your punch is definitely gonna kill Crawdon.
I wish I Mach Punch. That would have been smart.
That would have been smart. Well, I mean, it kind of doesn't even matter at this point, though.
I was kind of just
gone,
I was kind of just thinking I wanted to have full HP, but I was just like...
I would just, like, honestly, if I had it in this next transaction, like, because all he has is Whimsicott with 1 HP, I would just double protect. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
just double protect. Just double protect. Like, go ahead. You know what I mean? Just
yeah.
Just take the hail damage. Is what you know what I mean, though.
No, I had a Assault Vest.
Just let the hail kill it. I think it would be more of an insult. It would be more. I'm saying it's like more of an insult.
Yeah.
I don't even need to. You fuck it, max it. I'm gonna give it its proper burial.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure this Whimsicott's about to get a huge comeback right here. Oh, okay.
I was like, I'll probably never get a chance to D-max this Ice Cream Cone ever again, so let me try.
Go for it. Dynamaxed Ice Cream Cone.
Ice cream for all the kids in the stadium.
Heard you talking shit about me in Gen 5.
Alright, here he goes. And he's gonna hit a Moonblast onto trying to get a point.
This did a lot more damage than I thought it would.
A lot of Whimsicotts are going max special attack and max speed now for their set, just because Moonblast is such a good move.
Yeah, that's fair.
You gave him Blizzaga and said, "Get the fuck out of here."
Blizzaga.
And that brings us to the end of that match, which is a 5-0.
Weezing MVP.
Reese definitely has been out of it lately. I mean, he has been very busy as well. So, I can't hold his concentration being lacking against him at all. It was a really fortunate match for Zach. And that's why it's first.
Yeah.
So, that brings us to this next match, which, god damn it, TJ. Okay, alright, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go to We're going to a minute and 45 seconds.
Oh, hey, look, it's a Wheezing team number 2.
Wheezing number 2. God damn it, TJ. Alright, so minute 45. And Jay had to step out. He had something to handle. So he is off the
Probably my balls.
I will go ahead and kick this off. TJ's team. Berserker making its first show on TJ's team. I think first show in general. You brought it like once, Zach, right?
I brought it a couple times.
It's got its life orb. I mean, it has access to fake out. Steely Spirit is really interesting and cool move. He's following that up with what I can only assume is the same type of Galarian Wheezing and Halucha shenanigans that he has been bringing. I'll tell you guys after the match. Jeet Armanitan with Choice Scarf to outspeed. That could probably OHKO most of Justin's team, but looking over at that Seismitoad, we got a little bit of a problem there. We do have ourselves a Choice Specs Rotom Heat. That's going to just dish out a bunch of damage. He's been a fan of maxing that as well, so we'll see if that works. And then Togedemaru with it's like a Chesto Berry, so it's to wake him up because he has rest on. I was like, did you mean to put Protect here? He was like, nah, keep the berry. I was like, okay.
Okay.
And then I was like, it's kind of interesting because of what happened with Justin last week. Technically, by the rules, if TJ hit rest and then he was asleep until that Pokemon woke up, his other Pokemon would not be able to use Hypnosis.
He was banking on getting the free.
But he didn't. He did not think about that until I mentioned anything. But regardless, he has a berry that's going to make it wake up.
Well, okay. If Justin used Hypnosis on something, like, and in the same turn Togedemaru.
No, that's obviously a different scenario.
I would be like, no.
But if what I meant by that wasn't even. What I went by that wasn't even. Sorry, I just got showed a really dang meme. What I was saying there is like you could shut that down technically by like if he did rest and put Togedemaru to sleep and then withdrew it, like Justin wouldn't be able to use Hypnosis at all by rules. And then yes, obviously you could maybe force the I forgot it was asleep. Another 6-0 for you.
Whoops.
Yeah, but anyway, no, that was not his intention. That was not his intention. But this is a Chesto Berry rest Togedemaru.
That is such a weird thing.
I see you, TJ.
All right, so Justin's team. I'm gonna leave to since your match was last, Zach. I would give this to Dan.
Oh my God! You give me the easiest team to talk about.
Oh, okay.
Fine.
No, you know what? Go ahead, Zach.
Oh, you sure? I can
talk about the complexities of this team, Zach. I'm sure that you can enlighten us.
Yeah, I'm sure we haven't seen Halucha Wheezing lead for like the 10th time in a row. Yeah, probably Unburden. I'm assuming. Definitely Misty Surge. Yeah, obviously. Berserker's obviously Fake Out. Obviously Choice anything on Darmanitan because why bother? Rotom is also Choice, probably having Trick. Cool. And then we got Chesto Rest Togedemaru.
Hey, I already read that. I just did that one. I gave Justin.
Wait. Oh, you're right. Yeah.
He's getting roasted right now.
I was roasting. I forgot. You know what? I forgot. All right, so you have to go over Justin's team.
Okay.
Was that the cleaner?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Oh, he's back.
I'm expecting a battle of the Surges again.
Dude, you just did the same team that I just. I can't believe you fucking did that.
I know. I didn't even realize.
I just got through talking about the Chesto Berry Togedemaru. You're like, yeah, we got this Chesto Berry Togedemaru. All right, so in DDD,
Drifblim and Burden probably, because of course, the guys who've been leading the same way all season long are playing against each other. So
They both brought the terrain and burden set.
yeah, so that's pretty
Classic.
funny actually.
Yo, what I think would have been even cooler is if he brought if one of them had brought like, all right, so let's say TJ actually brought levitate or the strange steam, that one, and then actually equip the seeds for psychic terrain to take advantage of Justin's terrain.
Ooh.
That'd been spicy.
That would have been spicy, but TJ doesn't fucking think.
Or neutralizing gas. That would also
I don't
be
think he
fun.
watches this, but yeah, exactly. So anyway, but continue. Or Beetle.
Yeah, we got Minetric, pretty one-note lightning rod support, which is nice. Aang has a pretty good pull. Or Beetle here, you know, he loves putting shit to sleep so much that he breaks the rules. Maybe he's here to try to do that again. We got Seismitoad over here.
Let's not shit on the guy that did you the favor.
No, I'm not.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Exactly.
I'm just
Preach,
kidding.
I wasn't even saying. Like,
All right,
I was
just let it go. Seismitoad. So Seismitoad.
Fucking Two-Face over here. You know low.
Yeah,
What?
we're supposed to not talk about it, guys. We're supposed to not talk about it.
Yeah, we're not supposed to talk about it. Wow.
I'm sorry. But just the opportunity.
He had Lucario.
So yeah, we got Seismitoad over here.
That's a sexy Lucario. I like that one. And it's a female.
Possibly-
I think I gotta.
possibly, yeah.
Shut up.
Swift swing radiance. And then we got Lucario over here. You know, he was like, you know what? This is for my boy Ian. I'm gonna drop him on the wire just for you after this. And
Oh my goodness.
just to use it one of those.
I have a question.
I'm gonna keep it female for the rest of the season.
I'm dead.
What'd
I
you
have a
say?
question.
What's up?
This match starts when? Because I'm at
Oh,
minute
we're at
30 and it's
145.
Come,
145.
Jesus Christ.
I know it's TJ. That's who I forgot I was shitting on.
Shitting on
For real though, Justin's a bro. Justin's a actual bro. Thank you.
He's not even connected to the Wi-Fi, and then he just pressed record. I don't understand. Why does he do that?
Yo, wait till you see how quick my recording is. It's like immediate. Like you have to press pause immediately, or else it goes right into the match.
It's ridiculous.
Are we ready?
You at 145?
Yes,
All right, cool. So, let's kick this off, man. This is crucial match for both of them. If Justin beats TJ, TJ cannot place for finals, and Justin has an opportunity mathematically to succeed and go forward.
Even with that 6-0.
It's very probably not gonna happen mathematically, but it requires like both of the people above him both lose by 6. It's ridiculous, and that he win by 6 or something like that. It's like crazy math. It's not near impossible, but don't doubt anybody. I'll go ahead and tell you, TJ said he had nothing prepared for Seismitoad, so let's get this countdown in. 1, 2, 3, go. Now we wait
I
for.
feel like halfway through the season, TJ was just like, all right, I'm done.
Dude, no, like, and he actually wanted to play. That's the thing, and I would talk to him each week. I'd be like, "Yo, what about your team?" Like, "Oh, I've been busy." I've been like, "You've been playing Civilization 5, dude, or 6, man. Like, come on, like, play your match, man. Like, no wonder this took forever to upload. He's got the full 1080p, like 990 by 144 hertz, clear ass recording over here. This
Now,
is like a 2 gigabyte file.
It's looking
This is
crisp
fresh
for
as fuck, actually.
yeah, it's looking crisp for the viewers though.
It's really crisp. It's a nice recording. Good job, TJ.
So TJ actually, for once, not leading the same thing, leading the double steel combo for the Steely Spirit. I like.
Is
Actually,
that fucking... Wait. Is that fucking steel beam on this first circuit? Am I going crazy?
Yeah, that's
That's
what
what
it
I
being, bro.
For what?
Yo,
That's what I got.
it's one of the things he had
For
me put
what?
on. I made these 2
So
Pokemon.
sometimes-
These are the only 2 Pokemon that I made this week.
Ian, this thing has base 50 special attack. Why is it running steel? What do you
Sometimes you
mean?
just need to take something out at the risk of its
Oh my
health.
god, we're clicking fake out. Psychic terrain.
No.
Yo,
Not like this.
Not like this. And then he switches
like
out
this.
from an extra.
I don't even know. All right, I'm gonna let you guys handle this. I'm gonna go ahead and make
Oh,
Jay's
my
Pokemon.
Oh,
Ian,
no, it's even worse. It's even worse.
Ian, I just took like ibuprofen for my headache. I'm about to go.
The read.
Oh,
Steve Justin.
Oh my god.
Now that
TJ, no! I would have just been like, I would have just quit.
it's like,
Hit run.
Yeah, like,
Yo.
is he checking his own fucking shit? He's like, what the fuck?
What did I put on this?
Yo, Jay, they both have steel beam.
Oh, they both
Wait,
have steel beam?
have
I didn't even
steel
notice that.
They both got steel
Yeah, they both have steel beam. Let's go.
Listen, man, I'm
Yo,
up
TJ,
for like
TJ didn't
the
want
crazy stuff.
beam. What?
Right.
Steel beam?
Yeah.
50?
Yeah, look.
You know, that's
look.
that's 50 base special attack.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, Jake, question real quick.
was good.
Pokeball preference on these?
You got the right period and
Don't say what they are.
I'm sorry.
Whoa.
My bad.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
your
no.
shit, man. Like,
Let's put the Rocky Boy in the.
so the first
It's like
one,
a gold.
the
It's like a
first,
gold Pokeball. I forgot what it's called with that one, if possible.
the gold.
But anyways, yeah, it's
Level
like
ball.
yellow.
Level ball.
Oh,
The
level ball,
flamethrower on the Manectric
Yeah, he
with the
got
lightning
wrong,
rod boost.
He got the wrong switch out.
Unsurprisingly, the
Listen.
Oko.
Listen, I respect what he was trying to do because he was just trying to say, "Fuck it, I'm going for the memes."
You,
Steely
no.
you can't
No,
can't
listen.
get
Steely
that
Spirit
in level
can't
ball.
mount steel beams.
I'm
Well,
gonna put it.
that
I'm gonna
steel
put
beam
it in
definitely
a
got
dust
melted.
ball.
And
I'm
it,
sorry, you
this
could-
right here, bro.
If
right
he still
here-
beams like just one time this match, this is probably my favorite match of the whole season.
like,
Yeah,
why is he
I-
bringing Darm?
I just want to see it one time.
This
Jay,
man brings in Darmanican.
I gotta
knowing
put it in a
Manectric has
luxury ball. The
flamethrower.
first one,
Okay, that's fine.
because it
Thank
can't be
you.
obtained in any of those. Now
Like,
the
bruh.
second one, what do you want that in? You want that
I'll
level
go-
ball on that one?
Oh my god, I want to scream.
I'll go with the luxury. TJ's not really.
This is why I'm not even like
right
this.
now.
Matt, he's doing really bad, so I'm not even paying attention. I'm making Pokemon right now.
Like, the thing is that his team isn't bad.
Bad.
That's been my whole thing with
It's actually
TJ.
really
It's,
good.
it's
It's
yeah,
actually
it's
really
like it's never been a bad team. I just feel like
It's really good.
The- like
The way
just
you use it.
the
And-
lack of just like the lack of like I don't know. I get trying to make wanting to make changes, but like
Oh
if you think
my
about
God.
the lack of trades that TJ hasn't had all season, and then you think about what he's brought every single week, right?
Right.
It's just like, bro, like you haven't won since mid-season, like since we got out from mid-season. You got to switch something
It's
up.
like he hasn't wanted it.
And it's like I thought he had that last playoff spot locked because
Me too.
because
honestly.
everybody else just below was just doing so well. But then you look at the teams from the people who were under him and look at them now, just like the moves they made, just like improving. And it's just like we just see the same thing, and I think that's just a reflection of just how
I
it's
think yeah,
it's been
he-
rough. I don't want to shit on him, but it's like
Nah,
since
if he's gonna
it's
take
been really
if he's gonna
rough.
take anything from this season, it should be. I mean, all right. So for instance, my team, I have a lot of the same stuff I started with, but I also made a shit ton of shifts. Like I shifted a lot, and if you're gonna take anything away from this season, is what I think Jay was trying to say is take the shifts, man. You know, like don't sit on something just because you like it. Don't sit on something if it's not working, and definitely don't sit on trade bait.
And it's just like if you don't want to trade, that's fine, but at least like switch it up because I've seen this Choice Specs Rodham since week 1, and I fought the Choice Specs Rodham. Every time this Rodham, it's been Choice Specs, and it hasn't worked out. It hasn't. He has wins, but I was talking to Ian. I was like, bro, like look at just the record after midseason and then look at the team didn't change except for him adding, what's it called?
Too wheezy.
Halucha. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, he got Halucha. That's right.
He dropped an unburdened physical fighting type for another.
And this Rotom is Dynamax every week that he brings it.
And he shuts off his own choice specs whenever he Dynamaxes.
Yeah, it's different from VGC, which he has been familiar with, and other types of formats like Smogon and stuff, where you make a team and then you just compete against random strangers all the time with that team. Like, we literally watch you play. You can't do the same shit all the time. You can't.
Rotom Heat gets the OCO on the Manectric with the Max Flare.
Worst part about it is when you.
He could have pulled this back.
He could have.
To be honest.
The worst part about it is that you look at this, now he's going to bring in the Seismitoad and D-Max, and what is he going to do?
Another thing, too, is like he saw...
Steel Beam, bro.
He saw Togedemaru get one-shot by a flamethrower. So instead of bringing the Halucha, which is not flamethrower and can one-shot the Manectric and outspeed it, I'm going to just bring this Darmanitan and not kill the Manectric so I can get killed by a flamethrower.
And now he's like, he doesn't have anything to do.
Jay Wade in the chat, y'all ripping TJ.
Sometimes you gotta do
this. Is last match.
This is not ripping. This is tough love.
You know what? I'll give it to Jay Wade. At least he wasn't like Jackson.
Dude, Jay Wade fucking made a big 360, and I actually don't like it.
No. I'm saying TJ. TJ was nothing like Jackson. Jackson just didn't give a shit.
Jackson's actually sitting right here. Jackson, they said that you didn't give a shit when you were playing.
Yeah, they're right.
He said, yeah, they're right.
Like, Jackson's my boy.
Yeah, he didn't give a fuck. And I'd be like, hey man, what do you want? I'd be like, what are you gonna do? He's like, oh, just bring the same. You made me a team last week. I'll just bring that. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, I already got a team, right? I was like, yeah, you got 12 Pokemon.
Look at this Max Flare about to light up
Buttons gone.
Listen, man, this road was actually putting in a fair amount of work.
The problem is he has literally no answer for that Pokemon right there.
I feel like he had answers, he just didn't bring them.
Yeah, I mean, Steel Beam could have done it.
If he just changed a couple, like, at least change the movesets, bro. That's just my whole thing. At least change the movesets.
If he had put Steel Beam on more Pokemon, I think he would have had it.
Bro.
Where's Steel Beam Durant at?
Yeah, exactly. That would be a really good Steel Beam.
Yeah, it gets the hustle boost.
Weakness policy, Durant.
Weakness policy, hustle boost. Durant with a Steel Beam.
Hone Claws.
Hone Claws. To boost that physical attacking Steel Beam.
Oh my god. Yeah, listen. So, TJ is obviously having a bad time here. But you can see the matchup is not that bad. He's ally switching.
This match was I think going into this he had the better team if you stack them up 12-12. Well, I'm just like, you gotta use them right, bro.
You got it?
Yeah.
Alright, man.
Yeah, that Orbeal dies just at the nick of time.
Get that taken, bro.
Yeah, whenever it drops.
And there goes Berserker. Steel Beam is now offline.
Fair point.
What's crazy?
What?
GameStop is selling for 20.
Not the DLC, but yeah, that's probably a good point. Yeah, because GameStop stayed open during the pandemic. Alright, so what is that, leftovers?
Yeah, that's
Yes, sir.
So come to think of it,
Not only does he not have an answer for it, but it's healing itself.
So,
I mean, that's pretty much the game, unfortunately.
It's actually kind of interesting because if you look,
Mhm.
the Seismitoad doesn't have Swift Swim either because it's not faster than Rotom.
Huh.
Yeah, he brought Water Absorb. I like, what? Like, what water Pokemon? Like, what water Pokemon are you scared of on TJ's team?
That's what I'm saying. It's like he could have pulled this back.
Obviously, Quagsire and Wishy-Washy.
But like, Quagsire ain't doing damage,
I'm
bro.
joking, you dumbass.
Toxic would have been great here.
Nah, bro. Curse set up a curse boosting Quagsire with liquidation. There.
Bro, if he had Toxic Rotom, maybe, you know.
I mean, honestly, bringing the freaking Quagsire here would have been a lot better.
Here comes the Hypnosis,
Berserker.
always hitting for him. You put
This thing
Hypnosis you put a Hypnosis on any other Pokemon in the entire league, the shit misses every time. Like,
This thing has a Gigantamax that sets gravity for other Pokemon to use Hypnosis.
Oh
and not.
no, man, his Togedemaru set was no good. Yes.
Bro, if that Berserker was like literally on his team, I think this would have been okay. Because I can't even talk. Togedemaru has freaking Fake Out too, doesn't it?
yeah, it does have Fake Out, but he didn't bring
And
it.
why do we got?
He did bring it. He brought Fake Out on both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but like I don't think you needed both of them. Could have just dropped Berserker.
Now we're at a
Quagsire is
3-3.
Yeah, Quagsire is actually really good versus Justin's team. I don't think
It's like Berserker hits hard like a mofo too. It has tough claws. It has a decent attack stat.
Yeah, and Tough Claws. He doesn't have to bring Stealing Spirit. Tough Claws
Doesn't
hits a lot.
at least one of his Pokemon have access to a Grass type move?
Who? Justin's?
TJ's.
TJ? Probably.
I'd have to check, but I'm pretty sure.
I think Quagsire and some of the stuff gets Grass Knot.
It might be wishing.
Can you imagine Quagsire Grass Knotting Seismitoad?
No, that'd be some shit.
That'd be hilarious. But like, I don't know why he didn't
Why,
bring it, 'cause,
brother?
like, Justin doesn't really have a lot of answers for like another opponent's water ground type, especially one like
Wishy-Washy is actually really good too.
Boom.
Wishy-Washy. Does it have Power Whip or something?
No, but it has. But when it goes
No.
Dynamite, it's really
He
hard
said
to
no.
kill.
Lord, no.
Oh, he should have gone for an attack with Weezing. Like you have to just double target the Seismitoad, bro.
I have a question. So I didn't see a seed on this Halucha. I didn't see it activate.
It did. I
someone else
think I did see it activate.
Oh,
It popped.
I guess it did because I did a lot of fucking damage.
It chose the wrong Pokemon too. Damn.
I mean,
you gotta kill that.
he chose the wrong one, but he hit that one because he felt like he could kill it.
Oh
so he could get at
shit.
least
Excuse me?
Oh shit.
This is
God
a late
dang.
brick room.
That's a fucking nail in the
That's-
coffin.
That's rough.
Now he
That's
couldn't even
unfortunate.
get that shit if he wanted to.
Now see, if you would have
He was
hit
like,
the
you like that unburdened shit, huh? You like that? Yeah. I don't think so.
well, if you would have hit that Lucas with a Strange Steamer, that's what would be happening.
Yeah, you gotta kill that fucking Seismitoad.
That's Sasuke's not dying. I can
Not,
guarantee it.
not
you
this
gotta-
time.
You gotta put some damage on it, bro. Oh wait, never mind. Trick comes up.
It's over. Yeah, it's game.
It's all ogre now.
He got the unburden boost. He got the unburden boost just to get Trick Roomed. And not
Also,
even
yeah,
killed.
why did he save the Dynamax for the Halucha?
Hell, I
Because that would
switch.
have been smarter.
Now you see me. Now I'm over here.
This is just very, very disrespectful.
See, if he had double targeted, that motherfucker, he would have killed it, and then he would have had no problem taking out the fucking other Pokemon.
This is a
Yeah, because all that was left was Lucario.
I mean, Lucario versus a fairy type Weezing is also pretty good.
Oh, Lucha, bro.
Halucha would have fucking
Mopped,
Would have murked that guy.
I'd fucking power drived it.
and Lucario is like bitch made. I mean, I would never take
It's
it.
bitch rage.
No, I like
Shut
Lucario
your
though. I'm a
mouth.
big fan.
This,
If he
one-
had double targeted that Pokemon last turn before Trick Room was set up, he would have killed it.
I agree.
Yeah,
Oh, the fat earthquake.
you can take this.
This poor Weezing just taking so much abuse this match. I feel so bad for it.
Bug Buzz.
Yo,
fuck
do
it.
you not have Psychic on this Psychic type Pokemon? Okay.
No, I don't think he does. Because he has some fun. Because he has trick.
Yeah.
Ally Switch, Trick Room, Hypnosis.
Ally Switch,
Oh, and
Bug
Bug Buzz. Bruh.
Hypnosis with the the psychic terrain though.
But like psychic would have been better here too, because what
Yeah.
does TJ have that's weak to bug types?
Well,
we started this matchup with steel beams. I don't think we can
With
expect
double steel beam combo.
he could have made that work. He could have made it work.
At least it made it a
Someone else.
2-0.
Damn, man, that shit.
No,
is
it's at 1
thick.
HP. It's not even. He can't even get.
And I don't want to
the
fucking
kill.
watch my match.
He was like, I don't want an earthquake here.
I don't want an earthquake and give him another
All right,
point.
so Justin knocks TJ out, hitting
Still
him
alive.
with a
Good
fat
job,
3.
Justin.
So that brings him to 19. His score is negative 22, I think. That brings him to 19.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Joey was just like, bruh, TJ outplayed the hell out of me. What the hell happened to him?
I don't
Ugh.
I think he just stopped trying.
Yeah, I think so too.
So that brings us to me.
Oh,
Good.
let's go.
Alright, so I was coming in here trying to use this Renudicus because I heard it was good or whatever.
Okay.
I did last second change up a set on this Appleton that I really like. I put weakness policy on it. With thick fat, it's like one of the most perfect weakness policy candidates. It also has a decent spread between attack and special attack.
We actually discussed it. We changed a lot of these sets. We changed him and Arcanine last minute.
Yeah, but I don't think that the Arcanine change would. You know, maybe. Who knows? Regardless, I brought the bunny again. I had some luck with him. I've had some bad luck. That normal type is a bitch, but whatever. I love my Raichu. He's always doing work. This weakness policy Appleton is really cool because while it's also slower than most of his Pokemon, almost all of his Pokemon have the ability to hit it with something that's gonna force its weakness policy. It eats everything, and then it gets a boost on both of the special and physical. And I have high horsepower equipped to it, as well as Dragon Pulse and Apple Acid. So like it's like, and high horsepower can hit a lot of his shit pretty hard. Apple Acid obviously is just good in general because it lowers their special defense, so that even further makes him do more damage. And then I brought the Rotom Wash with the Mago Berry. I figured I'd do some shenanigans with that, but you know, we'll get into it. Let's let Jay take Jay with
I
us.
got it. So Jay would approach me. He was like, "Yo, I need 6." I was like, "Bet, I got you." So we hopped on Showdown. We ran a couple. I was using Ian's team. What was really messing us up was just like extreme speed, like priority in general. The quick attack on the biggest speed, extreme speed. That was really a pain. And in the early match we had, Ninetales died early, and he wasn't able to like keep the sun up. So we just tinkered a bit, and we were just like, if you keep this Ninetales up and you let this Venusaur just go off, you might, you probably take it home. So then he was just like, I want to bring Charizard. I was like, all right, if you want to bring that trash can, then that's fine, whatever. And and then Gastron to protect the trash. Classic. Had the Mammoth one. I thought he was gonna bring a scarf. I'm not sure if he did. But Mammoth was putting a lot of work. It did good work on the Appletune and testing. We brought the Drapion because I was just like, Jay Wade, like, Ian likes these weird items, so just like knock them off, just to like see what just see what happens. And it's like Drapion takes a fair amount of hits. It helps against like Clefable, helps against Reuniclus, and just it's a really bulky Pokemon. If it just hit a little bit harder, it probably would be up there. And then lastly, the Venusaur was definitely the key to victory when we were testing it. Max Ooze was a really good combo that Jay Wade kept getting off, and it was pretty much unkillable. He ran Earth Power on it, which really caught me off guard, especially because on the Arcanine that I like mocked up, it was it was on a Flash Fire set, only because I just felt like if he has a sun up, maybe like Ian might try to switch in on like a Heat Wave or like and then just
I fucking
knock
joked
something
about
out
that
with
shit,
Flare Blitz.
actually. I joked about that shit, actually.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So I was just like, cause I was like, bro, like most of your stuff aren't like big like physical threats. So I'm like, you can bring Flash Fire, like it's whatever. And then yeah, man, that's pretty much it.
Word. Well, let's
nice
kick it off. You guys ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, 1, 2, 3, go. Damn, if this stream is any indication, we better speed up next week.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
No, I meant because like we got 5 matches here. We're gonna get into like 8:30 or something, and with the wire thing happening at 9. You know what I mean?
First of all, Ian, I appreciate you because as soon as I pressed play, the match started. And
Yeah.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I got a really sick little record spot there.
Sexy shiny 9 kills the blue tips.
Alright, so he busts this out. I have this is a special attacking Arcanine, but I figured I might as well try to break a sash and then just hit the Mamoswine really hard. Fuck it.
Sometimes you just gotta do those unga bunga.
Right.
Some
He
people aren't.
switches and I think protects.
He does.
Yeah.
I was like really expecting like Earthquake or something for the
Right.
Arcanine.
Like if that was because like Scarf Mamo Earthquake would pull both of those mons, but he probably was scared of like fake out double targeting it, which is understandable.
So
Yeah, that's fair. I didn't think of it like that. That's true.
now I'm just like, alright, well, I gotta move some people around. I know I have air balloons, so I can encore. I actually did a real quick speed check on Ninetales versus my Raichu, and I was like, I'm gonna encore that protect. Which actually I feel like ended up being a mistake, because if I had just hit it, like, I wouldn't have had to deal with it later. So I switch in Sir Hiss because he has the ability to hit with one of my weaknesses eventually, or I can just eat any of his hits and just roll with it.
I mean, I felt like it was the right call because now you force him into an awkward position where he has to shift.
Right.
Yeah. And
So like, I
obviously...
definitely think that was the right call. I just think this was really.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
the amnesia set goes off.
That was the first thing Jay would
So-
question about. He was like, "What do you think about amnesia?" I was like, "I like stupid shit like that." So I'm like, "Go for it. If you have the chance, go for it."
I was expecting like stock, but does this thing even get stockpile?
I think it does.
Yeah, I feel like fat, slobbery, like slug things usually get like stockpile too. Like stockpile.
Yeah, it's got stockpile. I brought it in playoffs, season 3.
So
When you
I'm
start
like
seeing them stockpiles, like
wondering who to bring in. I should have brought in right now. This would have been a great call. Obviously, he's got the Rindo Berry.
grab the pop it at some point. You might as well pop it when you +4 special.
Yeah.
Oh, and he said Mano was scarfed.
Yeah, man, was scarfed. That's why I was like, yeah, that's probably why he's switching out, because he's going to get fake out in one shot. Which is
So now he's
understandable.
bringing in Venusaur.
He's going for recover, probably expecting just to get hit and just go back to full after this Rindo Berry pops.
But I'm slower than him, so I actually
Yeah.
pop the Rindo and hit him with a decent hit. It lowers his special defense a little bit, not where I want it to be exactly. Now, instead of doing Calm Mind, I just hit Protect like an idiot. And then I go into... I think I just go ahead and max Overgrowth the Gastrodon.
I feel like honestly you were way too quick to Dynamax.
Yeah, no, I definitely
That's what.
should have waited probably at least a turn more. But, you know.
That's how I've been feeling with Dynamaxing. And sometimes you
It's
just
hard to
like,
get it in the right
fast.
time, you know? Sometimes
Like-
it's good to go faster.
Sometimes it's good, yeah, it's weird to figure it out because like sometimes you don't want to Dynamax turn one. Sometimes like you know what, this is actually pretty good to do. So you do it and then you're like, oh shit, now I don't have it later.
So he ends up switching in the Drapion, I guess, hoping to eat a Psychic, or like if I had done Calm Mind, obviously that would have been pretty tits.
Pretty good.
But I didn't, and I Dynamaxed this Pokemon. He actually, because it's a long animation, he survived by 1 HP. And what's ironic about him surviving by 1 HP is like before we went into this we had just came up with the set, and I was looking at the special attack, and I was like, I could just add a little bit more special attack and like take some away from some of his defense, and I feel like I'd be straight. And I was like, nah, stop tinkering. And if I had added even just 1 more point of special attack, just 1 point, he would have just died. And then I would have been on a roll, obviously. I'm in a pretty good position here now, but I pretty much have to hit the Gastrodon again.
Because he's gonna heal.
Yeah. I gotta get the Haribo out of there. And maybe get a free Intimidate off. I'm going to Max Quake the Drapion, hoping that he's actually targeting my Appletun with like poison and triggering my weakness policy. I get the Intimidate off anyway. Now would have been a good time for the bunny too, actually, thinking about it. Then I would have lost the fucking... Alright, so he goes for recover, which is cool, I guess. You know, whatever. I get the boost from the grassy terrain anyway, and I'm going to use this Max Quake. I really was hoping that he had triggered weakness policy, but he didn't. If he had, I obviously would have killed. I do trigger the change in weather as well.
No, that's...
Oh, no, I'm sorry. This special defense boost, so like I just get to be more bulky now. And I'm just like, all right, if he's gonna leave Gastrodon in, because obviously he's invested time in the Amnesia and it's already almost dead. He could either recover again to be annoying, you know what I mean? Like he's gonna leave it in, and I'm cool with that. So I'm just gonna try to get a Snarl off. No, I'm not gonna do that, am I?
I'm not.
I'm not gonna do that.
I mean, Willow assumed the Drapion
I just
would be
decided to
nice,
just switch
but...
out. This was a mistake.
I'm not sure about that one, Chief.
Yeah, obviously not sure. Yeah, it was a bad call, bro. Sometimes you make bad calls. Happens.
I keep forgetting how tiny the road appliance is. Ooh, and we popped the weakness policy. Oh, Lord.
Alright, so Earth Power, he gets the Levitate. See, I would have lost my Arcanine there.
No,
You got the special defense boost last turn. You wouldn't have died.
You would have died, yeah, and you would have at least killed the... But at the same time, though, if you killed that with poison, with Flamethrower, he probably wouldn't have triggered the weakness.
Yeah, so...
it wasn't a bad play.
Policy. I do get the weakness policy. I survive. I'm feeling confident, but then I forget, oh yeah, he's got a Venusaur out there. And I just set grassy terrain.
You said grassy terrain, you brought out something.
It's got Mamoswine coming in. I don't give a fuck about Mamoswine right now. Like he thinks oh, ice. Ooh.
Oh, ice. Ooh, cold.
So I just hit him with the Hydro Pump, and I'm like, fuck it.
It'd be a little sick if he brought Freeze Dry on this Mamo for the Broken Walk.
Right, that would have been crazy.
Like,
so he protects with the Drapion. I'm like, sweet, because I didn't target it. And then I protect with my Pokemon. I'm pretty sure Mamo's no threat to my Rotom, and now I'm just hoping RNG doesn't screw me, and it doesn't. Boom. Just a fat Hydro Pump to the face.
Clean Oko.
Jesus
Clean
Christ.
Oko.
Not even a crit, just fucking clean.
That's called the cleaner specialty right there.
Yes.
So I'm feeling pretty confident right here. But here's where you gotta stay calm during these moments, ladies and gentlemen. You can't just like, be texting people like, I got it.
I got this shit.
Look at this menace, bro. This Venusaur is such a
now I'm fucking
G.
pretty scared of this Venusaur. But I want to get rid of the Drapion too, so I'm targeting it with the high horsepower now, especially since my thing, and he withdraws it, and I was like pretty happy about that. Although obviously he brings in Ninetales. All I need to do is hit the Ninetales with one
I feel
more
like
hit.
This is the turn, bro. I feel like all the momentum just shifted this turn.
Yeah.
I remember I was watching this. I was like, wow, bro.
I feel like honestly, like you might have just played it a little too safe.
See,
Like,
if I had
just wanna-
Dynamax one turn later, I would still be in Dynamax right now, and that would have been a max Quake.
Like I just feel like if you played it like, just a little more hazardly, like you just bolted the Ninetales switch in and then hit it with a Dragon Pulse, you might have been in a better position. I can't say you would have like won, but
Yeah, so he goes for the max ooze to get the first special attack boost. It doesn't kill.
Still a lot
But,
of damage.
Yo, this Venusaur, bro, it's nuts. And I think it's Life Orb too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it is. So I get the high horsepower, and I'm feeling pretty shitty about the fact that...
It's focus sash.
Yeah, I knew it was Sash. I talked about that earlier with the fake out. I was trying to like fake it out, and then he protected.
Oh, man.
So it doesn't even matter. I know I'm probably going to take another max ooze. I got no steel to just eat it right now. So I'm just trying to like, I got to put some damage onto that Venusaur.
Thanks, man.
This is where I fuck up.
oh,
This is where I fuck up.
Oh, no. Does this
So-
Ninetales have Solar Beam?
I could have just
Because
gone like,
Ninetales better have Solar Beam.
I could have just gone like, fucking,
this
and
is
just eaten it. I
Yeah,
could have just